Chapter 5. A Strange Friend. Back at the bottom of the sea, Tegs and Gypsy were facing up to the massive monster with the bandaged head. Once the Liopleurodon had ripped apart the diving bell, he floated in the water, watching them closely. Tegs had pulled his scariest face and swished his armored tail through the water. Gypsy was ready to jab at their attacker on the nose if he came any closer. But they were both surprised to find that the Liopleurodon had no plans to eat them alive. In fact, he was very polite. "Right then," he said brightly. Bubbles steamed out of his mouth as he spoke. "I've got you out of that horrible prison. Now you can come home with me." Tegs and Gypsy stared at each other in amazement through their diving helmets. What do you mean?" Gypsy cried. "Well, that wasn't a prison." "Of course it was," said the Liopleurodon. "You were both squished up inside, trapped by those flippery things. You were locked up and hanging from a chain, but now you're free." The sea monster smiled happily. He was clearly very pleased with himself. Tegs turned to Gypsy. "What's a flippery thing?" "It must be his word for the Cryptoclydus," Gypsy whispered back. Tegs cleared his throat. Well, thanks for trying to help," he said. "But without that, prison, as you call it, we can't get back up to the surface." "Oh, why would you want to do that?" asked the Liopleurodon, baffled. "The flippery things would only lock you up again. No, we should stick together." "Oh, what do you mean?" asked Gypsy. "Well, you're not flippery things. I'm not a flippery thing, but everyone else on this planet is." Tegs looked at him thoughtfully. Who are you?" "I think my name must be Mira," said the Liopleurodon. "Well, that's what is written on my outfit, anyway." He spun around to show them a torn scrap of blue uniform that clung to his middle. The word Mira was spelled in gold thread. "You mean you don't even know your own name?" asked Tegs. "Nope," said Mira cheerfully. "I must have been bumped on the head at some point. I'm sure I'm..." "You mean you don't even know your own name?" asked Tegs. "Nope," said Mira cheerfully. "I must have been bumped on the head at some point. I'm sure I'm not just wearing this bandage because it looks pretty." "That's for sure," murmured Gypsy. "Anyway," said Mira, "now that I've set you free, you must help me find my spaceship. I'm sure I parked it around here somewhere, but, well, that was a long time ago." He gave a sad little sigh. "I've been searching ever since." "You parked a spaceship under the sea?" Tegs turned to Gypsy. "Bump on the head or not, this so-called sea monster is a nut," he hissed. Gypsy nodded. "But he's a very big, very dangerous nut with extremely big teeth," she pointed out. "We'd better not upset him." "Well," asked Mira gravely. His gleaming eyes narrowed a little. "Are you going to help me?" Tegs gulped. Yes." "Hurrah!" cried Mira, brightening again. "I know it's around here somewhere. We're bound to find it soon. Follow me." Gypsy cleared her throat. "Actually, I think we should stay here." "Follow me!" Mira yelled crossly, cutting her off. "My cave is this way." Tegs and Gypsy couldn't move very fast underwater. They shivered in the awful cold. Their heavy bodies ached as they trudged through the thick, dark sand. "We have to get back to the surface," muttered Gypsy. "We don't have enough air to stay down here for long." "I know," said Tegs. "But how?" Mira kept swimming around them in a big circle. "Keep up," he yelled. "I can't wait to show you my cave. It's ever so cozy. And you'll love the colors. I've chosen brown rock with bits of darker brown rock and just a hint of very, very brown rock." This Mira is as batty as a Belemnite, said Teggs quietly. But, well, he seems friendly enough. Gypsy nodded. So, why has he been attacking factories and submarines? What? Asked Mira, zooming up behind them. Me? Attack factories and submarines? Why should I do that? You tell us, said Teggs bravely. That's what you've been doing, isn't it? Oh, don't be so silly, said Mira, floating upside down and cross-eyed. I've never attacked a factory in my life. I stay well away from those flippery things with their big nets. I don't want to get caught. Gypsy turned back to Teggs. Do you believe him? She whispered. I don't know, said Teggs. But why would he bother to lie? He could eat us alive in a couple of bites. Stop chatting and get a move on, nagged Mira. Honestly, dinner will be ruined. Teggs perked up. Dinner? Yes, cried Mira, waggling his slippers. Din-dins! Oh, come on, come and get it. Teggs quickened his step. He was still starving. But, Captain, Gypsy tapped his diving helmet with her hoof, how are you going to eat through that thing? Ah! Teggs groaned, going as nutty as Mira. But when they finally reached the Liopleurodon's lair, Teggs found he was glad to miss Mira's meal. It was floating all about them in the cold, dark water. Tons and tons of raw, rotten squid. Oh, come on, chaps! Dig in, Mira beamed. Took me ages to catch this lot. Oh, Gypsy swapped an awkward look with Teggs. Sorry, but we're not really hungry. Not hungry? Mira looked hurt. But I wanted to celebrate meeting you. I've been very lonely down here on my own, you know. Mira opened his giant jaws and gobbled down 50 squid in one single gulp. So take those glass hats off your heads and, well, eat up. We can't, said Teggs. Of course you can, said Mira briskly. No need to be shy. But we can't breathe underwater like you do, Teggs protested. Mira folded his fins firmly. Take them off. We can't, cried Gypsy. If we do, we'll drown. Drown? Oh, don't be so silly, said Mira crossly. Only the flippery things breathe air. We live in the sea. He came closer. And if you don't take off those silly glass bubbles yourself, I'll take them off for you. Mira's mouth swung open, revealing rows of lethal teeth as he lunged towards them.